So you can open your eyes within the cupped hand. I hope you all had good meditation. I welcome you all to fifth session of Swadhyaya series, and it's my pleasure to introduce Padma Mandalaparthi. She is presently a homemaker, but in the past was a molecular biologist by profession, worked as an editor in World Scientific Publishing House, Singapore, and a lecturer in Ning and Polytechnic, again in Singapore, and research associated at University of Washington, Seattle. Blessed to be married to a beautiful soul, Mr. Sri Mandalaparthi, and mother of two very young, dynamic sons. And she has volunteered in schools and Sai spiritual education as a teacher, also taught Bhagavad Gita, shlokas, and moral stories to children during lockdown. So her life has transformed since 2024 when meditation came into her life, and she feels now that her aim or the sole purpose is to be a spiritual scientist, and it is aligned. So, welcome you, Padma Mandalaparthi. Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you
And
so much, Rashmi, for this beautiful Swadhyaya series that you started. It's really wonderful to come together as a group and share the life stories of different masters. So much to learn from each master's life and their journey. So thank you so much. I hope my voice is clear enough. It's audible.
yes, yes, yes,
Yeah.
Padma, go
Oh,
ahead. Yeah.
okay. Yeah. So let me share the PowerPoint. Okay, it says sharing is not turned on. Rashmi, can you?
Yeah, I'll make you co-host just a second.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, I think now you can.
Oh,
Okay, let's started sharing. You could put it in presentation mode and big screen. Yeah.
is it better now?
Yes.
Is it okay? I think there's something else, right?
Yeah, there is a black patch. I can see a black patch.
Now is it better? Yeah, now I think it should be better.
Yes.
Okay, friends. So, welcome to the Swadhyaya series on Neem Karoli Baba. And before I start, I wanted to share a small, just a small anecdote that happened about how I decided to do Neem Karoli Baba's Swadhyaya. I think Rashmi, she sent us a list of all the masters, and she said that we'll do the Swadhyaya and biographies of all these masters. And if you feel any master's name is missing, then just let me know and I can, we can add to the list. And I went down the list, and suddenly, I don't know from where, Neem Karoli Baba's name popped in my mind, and I saw his name was missing in the list. So I mentioned and or I wrote to her or I put it on the Google Doc, I think, Neem Karoli Baba. And a few days later, she said, "Okay, we have a few biographies that are ready, and whoever wants to pick any others which have not been picked, you can take." So I looked at the list, thinking that I will take up some master's biography, and I was very surprised to see she had put my name and another master's name against Neem Karoli Baba's name. So I thought to myself, oh, okay, she, I just mentioned him that his name is missing from the list, but she put my name. So, the universe probably wanted me to do his biography, because I have also didn't know anything about Neem Karoli Baba till the time I started doing the study for this Swadhyaya series. I heard that he has a wonderful ashram in North India, but I didn't know anything more about him. And the other thing that happened was when I started reading online PDF, the moment I opened the PDF and started reading, within a few minutes, I had so much energy I could feel just from the online, that PDF while I was reading, that I literally felt like I was in deep meditative trance, and I was completely unaware of my surroundings for a few minutes. And I think my husband realized that, because later when I mentioned this to him, that I was reading this PDF, and I don't know how there's so much energy just from that reading from that screen, that I went into a trance. He said I could sense it, because when I came close, I could sense there's so much energy around, and that you had gone into a trance just because of the energy from that PDF. And that really, in some way, intrigued me to the point that I felt, oh my God, his energy and his presence is so strong. So, masters, I feel like I am so convinced that each one of the masters who is here today is here because he wants to connect you to his energy, or you are in some way destined to be connected to his energies. So that is why you are all here today. So Neem Karoli Baba is a wonderful master of he was born he is a master who was just an embodiment of unconditional love. He was just uh, walking, um, uh, represent like a reservoir of pure unconditional love that was emanating through his presence. So, like it says, some spiritual masters teach through words, some through presence, and Baba was belonged to the latter. And he was so simple, so unassuming. He was known as a saint who always wrapped himself in a woolen blanket. And that's the iconic photo of Baba, which you see across every book or all over the internet. And he spoke very simple words, because he was not very educated in the Western educated sense. And he spoke only Hindi. And he didn't give a lot of talks or lectures, and he was not actually he was not like a figure of political might, or he was not a great scholar with a library of texts, or nor was he a yogi who had done tapas for years in the austere caves of renunciation. Nothing of that sort. He spoke very simple words, but what brought people to him was the power that was there in him. That is, just his unconditional love and the power that his words carried. And people used to call him very affectionately Maharajji, and that's the name by which people knew him, or even today they refer to him. So, if we look at his early life, he was born somewhere in the 1900s. The exact date is not known, and the given name or birth name was Lakshmi Narayan Sharma, and he was born in a small village called Akbarpur in Uttar Pradesh. And it was noticed that even as a young child, he carried with him the otherworldly fragrance. So people used to notice that he had an aura of strangeness around him, and unlike children of his age, he used to be in silence, and he used to have be around children, but he would be in meditation. Like his eyes, they used to always find him in fields or somewhere in the near the river bank, whereas he would be sitting with his eyes half closed, and his body used to be almost motionless, and he could sit like that for hours. And this was when he was very young, even at the age of 5, 4, 5, he used to spend so much time in meditation like that. So his parents were very concerned about why their child was, behaving differently from the other children. But secretly, I think they knew that he was not an ordinary child, that he was destined to be some great monk, or, a great master. So, because of this, they were kind of worried, and they felt that maybe there was. Sorry, is there someone's echo I'm able to hear? Okay. So because of that, I think they wanted to make sure that he doesn't run away from home or become a sadhu or sannyasi. So they got him married at a very young age, and that was the tradition, I think, in those days. But in spite of all the efforts that his family, did to contain his spiritual fervor, he still left home. At first, he left home not for like a permanent basis. He used to leave home and then wander into the forest, join groups of ascetics, and then simply vanish for a few days and then come back. And he did this for some time, and then eventually his wife, she had to reconcile to the fact that he was not meant to be a regular householder, and his parents too had to reconcile that he is not going to be the son who is going to take care of them, be at home, and just be a householder, but he is destined for greater things. And finally, one day he just collected his blanket and a staff. These were the only two things he possessed, and he left home permanently. And that gave him a sense of freedom, because finally he became a wandering sadhu. He started going to different villages, and he could shed his identity from as Lakshmi Narayan Sharma. He shed that part of his identity, and he became a wandering sadhu, and he used to sleep under trees and beg for food, bathe in the river. So he lived a completely free life. And the only thing that was always on his lips was the mantra Ram Ram. He was constantly, he used to repeat this mantra. That was his constant, chant. It was become synonymous with his breath. That kind of tireless devotion he had when he used to chant this mantra. And he was always most of the time in meditation. And he was such a, like, he basically was so simple, and he had no possessions. So for him, the world, like, the world was not a place for acquiring possessions, but he felt the world was itself is a vast temple. And in this temple, every leaf, every stone, every breath could become an offering to the divine. So uh, let us see how he became Neem Karoli Baba from Lakshmi Narayan Sharma, how he went on to be Neem Karoli Baba. Many of you may have heard this story. It's a very famous incident that happened. So, when he was the wandering sadhu, he once boarded a train, and he did not have a ticket. So when he boarded the train, the conductor, he noticed that this sadhu, some ragged-looking sadhu, is sitting silently on the train. And so he went to him and asked him for the fare for the ticket. So Lakshmi Narayan, as he was known those days, he did not say anything, but he just looked at him very peacefully. He just looked at him. And so the conductor realized that he did not have the money to pay for the fare. So he got very angry and annoyed with him. And at the next station, he, sorry, masters, I have a little sore throat, but please bear with me. I'll take a sip of water. So at the next station, he held Lakshmi Narayan, and he pushed him off the train, saying that if you don't have money to buy the ticket, you cannot be on the train. So, but Lakshmi Narayan did not resist. He got off the train, and the train resumed its journey onward. But within a few minutes, it completely came to a grinding halt. So they tried to investigate what was the reason why the train is not moving. The engineer came, the mechanics were called, they tested the train, and everything was found to be perfect. They didn't find any reason as to why the train was not moving forward. Finally, somebody on the train, some villagers, told the conductor that you have to call that Baba whom you pushed, that man you pushed out of the train very rudely. You get him on the train, and only then the train will start. So when this was suggestion was given, the conductor was confused. But then when he went and asked Lakshmi Narayan to board the train, as soon as he boarded the train started. So that day onward, all the villagers felt that this was a big miracle that they had seen from this man. And so the village where this incident happened, where he was pushed off the train, is a small village in Uttar Pradesh called Neem Karoli. So that is how the villagers who were on the train started calling him Neem Karoli Baba. And that name, Neem Karoli Baba, stuck on forever. And so now he's known as the famous Neem Karoli Baba all over the world. So there is basically a very, very strong connection between Neem Karoli Baba and Hanuman. And a lot of devotees, they actually consider him to be a direct incarnation of Hanuman. And if there is basically any single sound, like I already mentioned, that he used to have the Ram mantra as synonymous with his breath. So all the time, this mantra was constantly emanating from him. It was almost as if his mere presence was transmitting this mantra beyond words. And in the Hindu or the Sanatana Dharma tradition, they call this the Shakti Path. That means just the presence of the master is transmitting the mantra, even though he's not chanting. It's just transmitted from his presence. And that gift, that was his greatest gift that he had. So a lot of times devotees used to say that, just being in his around him, they could feel the energy and the vibrations of this mantra constantly coming from around that space. And also because so the reason why he's considered as by many as a direct incarnation of Hanuman is, one is because just as Hanuman, he embodied the essence of selfless love, devotion, and unconditional uh, selfless service, devotion, and unconditional love, just as Hanuman did for Lord Ram and Mother Sita. So, and also because constantly this Ram was, on his lips or just emanating from his presence. So, because of this, there is and he was very, very fond of constantly chanting the Hanuman Chalisa. And he encouraged all his devotees or the people around him to chant the Hanuman Chalisa. And Hanuman's presence was always felt around Babaji. So whenever the people used to come to him, he used to always give them only one remedy, and that for everything, and that was, he would say, have faith in Ram, just chant Ram, and it will solve all the problems. So whether it was a health issue, whether it was a financial issue, whatever issue it could be, he used to give, the only solution that he had was chanting Ram mantra. So because of, and he also, the two main ashrams that he set up, one, we'll look at them in detail in a minute. They both are Hanuman temples. And so because of all these coincidences or the synchronicities, a lot of devotees, they consider him to be a direct incarnation of Hanuman himself. So, why were people basically drawn to Neem Karoli Baba? So, the greatest miracle that drew people to him was the transformation that happened within their hearts. So, Baba's presence, just his the look on his face, his smile, the intense power that was there in his eyes, and just that unconditional love that was constantly emanating around him used to pull people towards him. And there are many stories of how not just the villagers from North India or the village folk around from different states of India, it was a lot of Westerners have come in contact with Neem Karoli Baba and have transformed their life and become lifelong devotees and seen the great transformation happening in their life. And I think the most famous of them is a psychologist from Harvard. It's a very famous incident that happened where he was traveling to India. This was back in the early 60s or mid 60s, where during which time not a lot of Western, for people were visiting India for spirituality purposes. But he visited India, and at that time, he was experimenting as a psychologist in Harvard, uh, think about how LSD, it's like a drug uh, which was popular in those days in the US, I think, or people were experimenting with it, thinking that that is the way to nirvana. So he was a very, very big on this experimentation with this drug, and he came to India, and he happened, his friend and he traveled, and his friend wanted to meet Neem Karoli Baba, having heard of him from somewhere. And he went with him, but he was not interested in meeting uh, Neem Karoli Baba. But Neem Karoli Baba noticed this guy. His name is, I don't know his Western name, I forget, I've not written it here. But he's the given name by Baba was Ram Das, and he has written several books about Neem Karoli Baba later in life as Ram Das. So there's a very famous incident where he brought with him all this LSD and all, even to India. It's surprising how he went through all the customs. Maybe in those days they didn't have that kind of stringent customs to catch people bringing drugs in. And Baba, he he spotted him, and he noticed that he was not interested, and he was not listening to whatever else what everyone else was listening to, or not participating. And Baba suddenly started mentioning some things about how this Ramdas's mother had left her body, and that he was still suffering from a lot of that depression because of his mother's passing away due to some stomach cancer or something, and she had suffered a lot. So this Ramdas was still grieving for all that. So when he heard Baba talking about these things slowly, he started wondering, how does this man know all these things? I have not mentioned to him anything. So slowly his interest peaked that, oh, this man has some power beyond what I am able to see. So slowly he started going towards, coming towards Baba. And then Baba asked him, what is it that you have in your pocket? So he said, oh, this is, you are wasting your time trying to, and other people's time, saying that they have to spend months and years in silent meditation and introspection to achieve that highest nirvana state. This is I have been researching at a very big university in the US. It's called Harvard University. I have researched that this is the shortest way to achieve that nirvana. And so I have that medicine or that potent chemical with me. And he tells Baba, that this is not for children. He's looking at Baba and saying, this is not for kids. It is a very strong chemical. So only people who are very strong mentally can handle this, or something like that. So Baba, he just laughs and says, he puts his hand out and says, okay, give me whatever you have. Let me see what it is. So that guy, he put apparently it was a supply for maybe I don't know, 1 month or something. That much of that chemical he put in Baba's hand, and Baba just chugged the whole thing in one go. He just chugged the whole thing. And that Ramdas was absolutely stunned, and he was almost going to faint, because he thought, this man is going to die instantly now. I don't know what's going to happen, and they're going to accuse me of his death. So he was so scared. He didn't know how to react. But he said that in a few minutes he realized that nothing had affected Baba. He was the same as he was before eating that whole dose of that LSD or whatever that chemical was. And that's when he said completely things changed, and he realized that this is some superhuman power. This is not a regular human being. So, people like such staunch Westerners who believed in nothing else but, chemicals can induce them into the highest nirvana state. And this guy was not a layman, he was a psychology professor from Harvard. So these kind of people also, they gave up everything and they just spent the rest of their life in at the feet of Neem Karoli Baba. There are many other Westerners who have been influenced or who have been drawn by his energy and power. I think the most famous are Steve Jobs. He went looking for Baba because when he was 18, 19 years old, in his biography he has written he lost a lot of interest in life and he was feeling completely lost. He didn't know what to do. And one of his friends suggested, why don't you go to Neem Karoli Baba and meet him? And he went all the way to India. By the time he got there, he realized Baba had left his body. But he went to the ashram, and in the ashram, he said he has written he could connect with the energy of Neem Karoli Baba, and he guided him on how he can go back and how he should take his life forward. And I think the whole credit of setting up Apple, Steve Jobs has given to all the inspiration he received in Neem Karoli Baba's ashram. And even when it was later in a lot of trouble, he again went back and in the ashram, he said he got the new insights on how he can revive that company. And same thing with Mark Zuckerberg in the recent years when, Meta, it's called Meta now, when it was Facebook and it was going through so much of trouble, he said that he too went to Neem Karoli Baba's ashram, and he said that there he got all the inspiration and insights when he was sitting there in that quiet and solitude in that ashram about how that Facebook can be revived as Meta and how to move it forward. So he is also given in a lot of places, the a testimony that it's only because of Neem Karoli Baba's inspiration and guidance that I received. Meta is still alive today. So, a lot of people have been drawn, and I think the greatest miracle that each seeker uh, has experienced is the transformation of the heart. So people used to come to him saying that he used to do a lot of he has a power to do miracles, but the miracles were just like a small visiting card, just a way for Baba to get them in. But what made them stay with him was after going there for the miracles, they used to experience that transformation, that their ego was melting, that selfless love was expanding inside within them. They used to experience the inner peace, and the miracles that he used to do were also sometimes life transforming for many people. Like he could read people's mind instantly, and he could be in multiple places at the same time. And of course, materializing objects was like a child's play for him. He could materialize things out of thin air, fruits, food, whatever people need, he could materialize. And he had complete control over the Panchabhutas, the nature. So whenever he felt like it should stop raining, it could stop raining. Whenever he felt like, the sunshine should be up, the sun would be up. So everything was like, it was like nature was under his control. And the feeding of food, the Annadanam, was something which is very, very like the hallmark of his ashrams. And so that sometimes with very limited food, thousands of people could be fed. Then telepathic communication was something he had complete control over, and healing the sick. There's so many stories of how people from the dead, they were pronounced dead clinically, and he revived them completely, just by calling and saying, please get up now, it's time for you to get up, or something like that. The dead would get up. And then, whenever people were far away from him, if they were in danger, they would just think of Baba, and they would be out of danger. So I think I realize maybe we are running out of time. We have 5 minutes more, Rashmi.
Yes, Padmaji.
Okay, okay, I'll quickly finish. So he has two main ashrams. One is a very famous ashram in Uttarakhand called Kainchi Dham. I think many people they are aware of it, and even Pradeep sir and team, when they were going to Babaji caves recently, I think 2 months back, Pradeep sir took the whole group to this Kainchi Dham ashram, Baba Neem Karoli Baba's ashram. They stopped there. So this is a beautiful place. I hope to visit someday soon. And then there's another ashram in Vrindavan. And both of these ashrams are like amazing places where you can connect to his energies right away. So what are his core teachings? Very simple. Like I said, he's didn't give big lectures. He spoke very simple words. His core teachings were love everyone. And when he said love everyone, it's not the, sentimental love, but just be that unconditional acceptance. Meaning, when you unconditionally accept, then you are loving beyond judgment, beyond differences, and without any expectations, and serve everyone. So, service again, not just as a charity, but it's almost like a worship. So, when you feed the hungry, or when you help those in need, whatever we do as if we are serving the divine in the other person. And then remember God constantly. So remembrance is, for him, he said, you can either through prayer, which is the traditional thing which most village folk in India could resonate, or just in silent awareness. You can be in that constant communion with the divine all the time, in silence, in mauna, as Pradeep sir says. You will be able to be in that divine, in with yourself, with that source. And then simplicity and surrender. So he basically didn't own anything, and he taught that let go of everything, letting go of ego, just trust the flow of life and accept what comes. So don't complicate life, be simple and be present. And then lastly, the power of faith. And faith not in any person, but in that unseen intelligence of life. So, what is the legacy that Neem Karoli Baba has left through all his stories and words? See, he did not write, he did not speak any, give any lectures. So, there is nothing that has directly come from him except this few, five, four, 3 or 4 teachings. But whatever has been written by people who have transformed their lives. And so the teachings are basically only 3 things. His legacy is to love, to serve, and then to remember that divine all the time. So life is a reminder that spirituality is not about complexity, but just returning to the heart, and just being in communion with that divine intelligence. So there are several books on Maharajji, as he's known as affectionately. If you look up on Google, The Miracle of Love by Ram Dass, his story I just mentioned, he's the Harvard psychologist. Whisper in the Heart, Barefoot in the Heart, um, the wisdom of Neem Karoli Baba, it all abides in love. And I found that there's a beautiful ashram, Neem Karoli Baba's ashram in Taos in New Mexico. So if any of the masters who are here from the US are in New Mexico sometime, You can, try to go to Neem Karoli Baba's ashram, and or in India, if you are in Kechi Dham or in Vrindavan, please do stop by and experience those energies. And as I am speaking right now, Masters, I can almost feel my whole bedroom, this whole room is filled with energy. It's so palpable. So Baba's presence is so powerful. We just have to, with the simple heart of a child, connect to him. And he's there. He's there. And I feel so truly blessed that this was meant to be, that I, did this biography. And I'm feeling so happy that I have connected to the energies of a great master whom I only heard of earlier before doing this Swadhyaya. And now I'm feeling so connected. And here I wanted to also share that not just the day when I was reading the PDF on the laptop that I could feel his energy, and it just put me in a trance. A few days later, when we were driving back, I felt like, okay, I should, keep my keep learning more about Baba. So I put an audio book about stories about him. And the minute I was listening, in a few minutes, again, I had the same experience. There was so much energy, and I just felt his presence, and I got completely knocked out. My husband was driving the car, and went into such a deep trance that for I don't know how many miles we had driven, and I couldn't even come out of that trance. It was so strong. And that was just from listening to his stories, that on the audio book. So, Masters, this, I mean, it's like amazing the energies that get transmitted from listening to Baba, reading his books. And a lot of people have said that even though he left his body in 1973, I'm sorry, I didn't cover, I think, cover that slide. He took Mahasamadhi in Vrindavan ashram in 1973. But and so it's been, more than 50 years, but still today people feel that his presence is always there, and he initiates people through books. So many people have felt his energies connecting to them through his books, through his audios. And it's very palpable, and I have experienced it now in person. This is my experience, so I can tell you, the minute you pick up a book, it is almost like you are in his presence. Or the minute you listen even to his audio stories, you are in his presence. So that kind of a powerful master who has walked on this earth and just taught the simplest of teachings, but most powerful teaching of unconditional love. So thank you so much, uh, Rashmi, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you, Masters, for listening. And I wish sincerely that each one of you gets to experience the beautiful energies, the love, and wonderful presence of Baba in your lives all the time. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Budmaji. Wonderful presentation. Despite her health condition, she remained, consistent with presenting this session. Thank you for that. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a testing
thank
time for both of us, I think. Anyway, it went well. Beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
actually,
Jyoti.
it's so surprising. I felt sick on Tuesday, and I was in bed for 2 days. I couldn't even get up. And today, I don't even know how I have the energy to sit and do. So I told Baba, you have to give all your energy and speak through me. And so Rashmi said, use power of thought and think that you are speaking on Saturday, it will happen. And then few hours before this, she had some hiccup, health hiccup. And so I was thinking, what is the signal here? But now both of us are fine and we are sitting here. So yeah, all's well that ends well, right?
Thank you.
Yes,
Jyoti,
Jyoti
yeah, go ahead.
Master, please go
Yeah,
ahead. Yeah.
okay. Thank you, Masters. It was wonderful and blessed to hear from you the story. As you said, we all been last month with the Pradeep sir for that place. Really, it's an amazing to be there. And you know that vibes, that energy, we are all connected here because of that. The
Mm,
frequency we are here means in this birth of life something is there connected to the blessings. The place is like that. We meditated for 1 hour over there, and it's near the bank river. That Neem Karoli Babaji has, there only was in silence. It seems for 8 to 10 hours under that banyan tree had meditated. Lot of Pavada Purusha, like in that place they used to call him, and one Anumanta idol has been temple has been built there, and lot
yeah.
of monkeys were there. But really we were so blessed. Sir told to be in silence throughout the
Mm,
journey, and he told us to experience that
mm,
Baba. And we went there in the place where he means he's been worshipped at Kanchi Dam also. It's really
mm,
an high energy place, Masters. There the
yeah.
people are worshipping him as a god,
Mm,
because those are the things they have experienced. How many years he was there in that place. And as you said, his last life, before he used to vacate his body, he went to Vrindavan, and there he himself knew it seems that today he will be like that. Everyone have that energy, and you can feel that, sense that as soon as you do meditation, recalling him or something like that with you, if you any wish, really it will get fulfilled, it seems. That
mm,
much famous is in that place. And we
mm,
felt that day really blessed, because it was time up. Sir said come hurry up, but somehow we were able to reach that place and have that visit to that place. And he said
uh,
in that place, especially because of his power, monkeys will swim inside the water, it seems, in that river. That's the speciality. Nowhere, he
mm,
said. This is the second time he had been to that place, Pradeep sir. So he just we were able to just listen to this story, but not in depth like the way you expressed today.
mm,
Really wonderful to hear from you, and thank you so much
thank
for
you.
doing such a session for all of us.
Thank
Really
you.
blessed.
Thank you.
Yeah, you also should visit, all of you.
Yes,
It's a
yes.
place really. Yeah, oh, it's like
I'm
how
very
you
motivated.
yeah, that energy is
Yeah.
really true, actually.
Yeah.
Somehow, as
Yeah.
soon as I heard that today, I felt okay. Let me like that. How that
Oh,
itself will
thank you so
pull
much.
us. Yes,
Thank you, Jyoti. And
all of you
I,
are doing great job. Actually, I'm so blessed. We are all to be in
thank you.
this
Thank you.
platform and
Yes.
to learn
And
from
you
each
are
other.
so blessed that you all could be there in meditation with Pradeep
Yeah,
sir.
yeah,
How
yes.
beautiful, right? How
Really, I
beautiful.
was missing his retreat, signature retreat, and all. So I got a blessings from Babaji to visit at least that. At least I got a big opportunity. I was that energy itself is different. Being in that place, we can sense, and to be in Mauna and gain that energy for 1 week, you can. Still now, if you close your eyes and meditate, you can enter into trance itself. Like so powerful it is. Really, we are so blessed to have Pradeep sir, and to follow his guidance and his support to for self transformation and everything what we are doing now in this service and all. It's really amazing to express our gratitude, and that whatever we are doing for the universe is blessing like anything for us, actually.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so
Thank you,
much for
all of you.
sharing.
Try to visit. Really, it's
Yes.
uh,
Hopefully, we can all go
uh,
as a group. Yes.
yes, sir will arrange
Jungles.
every year, it seems. You also can visit, at least from
Oh,
there. Yeah,
wow.
plan.
Sure,
Yeah,
sure.
yes, that
Next year
idea.
we'll go.
Yeah,
Jungle sir,
definitely.
are you saying something? You're on mute. I don't know if he's saying something.
No, I want to say very big thank you and gratitude for bringing the energy of Neem Karoli Baba. I think we are all, see, when we think of the oneness, how can we get his energy? We are all at that level. We receive his energy because our frequency is with him. We are in that level,
Yes.
otherwise we cannot. That is
Yes,
very
true,
clear.
true. Yes, I
Yeah,
totally believe
yeah,
each one of the
yeah,
masters
yes.
here is
Therefore, I
here
think
because he wanted them to be here, and he's connected his energies to you.
absolutely he pulled us. See,
Yes.
because that is what the magnetism works.
Yeah.
Magnetism, other masters are pulling us to be here together. Otherwise, it won't happen like that. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Wonderful.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you, Jungle sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Master.
Thank you, Srinivas Master. I hope you enjoyed listening about Baba. Did
Yeah,
you
of
know about Baba's life before?
Yeah. Can you post back that audios so that I can
Which
listen more perfectly?
audio stories about Baba?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. I will send you, Master. I'll send it to
Yeah.
you.
Thanks a lot, Master. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is
Thank
a
you.
daily session, or only weekly ones?
No, every Saturday we are,
Yeah.
as long as somebody is doing the biography, we have a sign up sheet. And I will let you know, Master. I can forward you whenever there is a Swadhyaya like this.
Okay, Master. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Yes,
Thank
Masters.
you.
Anybody else? Yes, Dhanlakshmi ma'am, please
Thank you.
unmute.
Thank you, ma'am. It was a wonderful. I don't know anything about Neem Karoli Baba. First time I am listening, so I don't know. Usually, I don't wake up at early. Just I saw your message and I joined.
Good,
It was
good.
wonderful. Thank you
Yeah.
so much
See,
for
you are
giving me
meant
this
to be here.
opportunity.
Yes, Baba woke you up and you are meant to be here. So now you're blessed that you know about him and connected to his energy. That is
Yeah.
the beauty. Yes. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Masters. Thank you, Lakshmi ji, once again. Because of you, like I mentioned, you put my name against Neem Karoli Baba, and that started my whole, quest into knowing more about Baba. And then that incident that happened when I was doing the PDF itself went into such a deep trance. So then I texted you saying, I think I'm meant to do his biography. Please let me do it. And I have to thank Kaumudi Master. She said, okay, ma'am, why don't you just do it completely? Because I told her, should we share it? You can do half, I'll do half. So she said, no, please
Yeah.
go ahead and do it. So gratitude to her
That's
for
so
letting.
nice. Yeah. I know
Yeah.
WhatsApp poll. I think both of you in certain duration hours in the WhatsApp poll, both of you had chosen it. So that's how then, anyway, it all
Yeah,
went well. Yeah, it was meant
it went.
to
Yes.
present. Anyway,
Yeah.
thank you all, masters, for joining in and getting soaked in the energies of Baba. So let us
Yes.
all meet next Saturday with another master's journey and teachings. You all take care.
Yes.
Good night.
Thank you, Rashmi ji. Thank you. Okay, Masters.